You're listening to the Magnetic Boss Podcast, where badass entrepreneurs come together to share authentic conversations. We're ditching the cookie-cutter approach to building a business and valuing collaboration over competition. I'm your host, Calandra Martin, boy, mom, coffee-obsessed coach, speaker, and leader. I help women radiate their brilliance in the online space and create magnetic brands. We are here to have fun, do work we love, and enjoy the ride. Now let's dive in. Welcome back to the Magnetic Boss Podcast. I could not be bringing you a more timely episode today, as we are in the thick of it with COVID-19 in real time as I'm recording this. And I am seeing this being such a strong trigger for so many entrepreneurs or business owners that are learning maybe for the first time the online space, or you're in this place of needing to really stand out because we are overwhelmed and bombarded in our news feeds all day, every day. So I really want you to use this episode as the starting point, the fire that's lit under your ass to get yourself out there, get your business seen, and really show up to serve the people that need you right now. Because when it comes to sharing your business and marketing your business, the online space is full of opportunity. It is truly one of the best ways to be getting your business seen, especially in the times that we're in right now. And it's free. Of course, there are options for you to be paying for your business to get seen with Facebook ads and so many other things. But I want to be able to share with you how to organically grow your audience, and not only grow your audience, but to grow your audience in a way that is sustainable and in a way that brings you aligned clients. Because what happens so frequently is you follow somebody else's strategy, you follow somebody else's path of how to do something, following the steps ABC, and it's really easy to overlook your own process, to get hung up in and feeling stuck in how you are supposed to be showing up. So I want to share my approach to becoming a content creation queen today. I'm going to give you some of the cliff notes from the masterclass that I just added into the Magnetic Boss membership. If you're not inside already, side note, you can get in today for $47 a month. It is jam-packed with thousands of dollars worth of trainings. You get community support and a live call every single month. But I want this to be the foundational resource that you use to be getting your business out on social media in front of the eyeballs of people that need to know about your business. Because if people don't know about your business, they will not buy from you. They will not invest in your business. So this is really about raising brand awareness and getting in front of the right types of people. And the way that you do that is from a space of service. So before we dig into my 3 steps and tips that I have for you today, I want you to really align yourself with the idea that sharing your business online, sharing your business on social media is of service to your audience. You are not being icky or salesy or spammy when you're posting about your business on social media. You are simply opening up the opportunity for somebody to find the solution to their problem. And when you have that mindset and approach to content creation and marketing your business online, it becomes so much easier to turn this into a well-oiled machine that is sustainable and lights you up. Because I want content creation to be one of the things in your business that fuels you. So in addition to serving your clients and your customers, I want this to be what gets you out of your bed in the morning and really allows you to shine your light and be the lighthouse for people, so that you're not constantly having to slip into the DMs, having to hustle to make that next sale. This is about really opening yourself up to so much opportunity in a way that feels good. So these are my 3 steps and tips for you today. I encourage you to take notes or come back to this episode when you can. And if you want a deep dive of this training, you will want to get inside of the membership so that you can get the full methodology that I teach around content creation, which is so, so valuable. Okay, so your first step is to determine your medium of choice. So we all know that there are a million ways that you can get online right now. There's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and YouTube and you name it. There is a platform out there. But what is really important to understand is that not every platform is going to be for your business. Not every platform is going to really stretch you into your next level or meet your goals when it comes to reaching your audience. Not to mention, with all of these platforms that we have available to us, it's so easy to slip into overwhelm and burnout if you're trying to be in all of the places. So what I teach my clients and the way that I help my audience, and I want you to embody this, is to start small and then build upon what you have created. Really allow yourself to get a solid footing underneath you on 1 or 2 platforms. You don't want to stretch yourself thin right from the beginning, because then content creation is going to feel hard and it's not going to light you up. And then you'll ultimately not do it. Raise your hand if you are in that boat right now. I want to hear from you. Tag me on Instagram if you're listening to this episode and you are thinking, oh my gosh, content creation is the biggest headache in my business. I want to know. Okay, so I want you to choose your medium. And this is really going to be specific to your business. It is also going to be specific and based upon what you feel comfortable with right now. So the important piece here is to understand that you can certainly grow into other platforms and mediums in which you're sharing your business. For example, this podcast was very much out of my comfort level in the beginning days of running a business. I was really strictly just posting on Facebook and dabbling on Instagram, but getting on live video at the time in the very beginning of my business terrified me. Speaking in any capacity terrified me. And I had to work myself up to this level. So wherever it is that you are comfortable at right now, I want you to start there. There is absolutely a medium for you that is going to fit inside of your comfort zone. That might look like writing a blog post behind the scenes that nobody can see you in. It might look like you feel confident enough or brave enough to get on a video and you decide to do a Facebook Live once a week. So whatever that medium of choice is for you, this is the first step. You have to decide how you are going to show up so that you can create a structure and system around content creation. And step number 2, once you know where you're going to show up, I want you to have a clear idea of what you are going to be sharing. And this is where the masterclass comes in handy, because it's really tricky to unpack all of the creative ideas that you have and to be marketing your business through content creation in a way that serves your audience. Because as I've said in previous episodes, your business is not about you. Your business is about the people that you are here to serve. And if you are not speaking to them in your content, you absolutely will not be making the sales in your business. So in order to really start this from a place of feeling like you have that momentum, and being able to raise the bar on how you're showing up, you have to know what your topics are. So I would recommend finding and writing down 3 to 4 topics that you can teach on that is relative to your brand. So your brand most likely ultimately solves one problem for somebody. But there are more than likely 3 to 4 different ways that you can share about solving that one problem. So, for example, if you are a health coach and you help women lose the baby weight after having a baby, they are going to have one problem that they want solved, right? They want to lose the weight. But the way that they do that is probably going to be a variety of things combined. It might look like exercise. It might look like drinking more water. It might look like eating healthier and making better choices and self-care overall. So those would be your topics that you elaborate on in your content. So really have a clear picture of what is the problem that you are solving and how can you touch on the pain points of your audience through your content, through the types of things that you are sharing in the online space with whatever the medium of your choice is, whether that's video or written content or auditory content, it does not matter. You just need to be speaking to your person. Now, as you are doing this, once you have your medium of choice and you have your topics mapped out, and again, we go into a deeper explanation of mapping out those topics and really creating your branches of content inside the masterclass so you can get inside and access that inside the Magnetic Boss membership. But I want you to also be combining this work that you are doing in your business with consistency. Now, this is a word that scares a lot of people. This is a word that feels like there is a lot to take on, especially for those of us, and I've been in your shoes, those of us that have a lot going on in our lives. We all are busy. We all have very limited amounts of time in our day, especially right now, which is why this is such a timely episode for you. But what I want you to understand is that being consistent does not necessarily mean that you have to show up day in and day out every single day, all day long on social media. There are a lot of companies out there and businesses and teachers out there that will tell you that you have to show up on Instagram every single day, 5 times a day. But that's not necessarily true. Because if you look at human psychology and you look at consumerism, what you will understand is that people come back for more when they are engaged and invested in something. So if you are sharing engaging content, if you are showing up for your people constantly, and by constant, I don't mean 24/7. I mean, consistent. So if you are showing up, let's just say once a week, you get on live video every single Monday and do a live video for your audience. And this is a really engaging video and people are tuning in, they're commenting, whatever it looks like, and they become reliant and looking forward to you showing up every Monday. Now, as humans, we love routine. We love having this sense of predictability and security. And when you can show up as a leader for your audience through your content, this is where you allow yourself to become the magnet in your business. When you are reliable and you show up for people over and over and over again, and you build that trust through consistency, you cannot fail. It is inevitable that over time, you will grow your business, and content marketing, showing up and creating content, positions you for the long term game. This is about really showing up and building sustainability over time versus trying to make a quick buck and throwing money at something like Facebook ads when you don't have a guarantee. Now, with content, you are guaranteed to see growth, and it might take a little bit of patience. It might take a little bit of time, but if you are in this for the long haul and you're really here to show up and serve people, this becomes a game that you absolutely will win, and a game that you have the secret code to, because as you learn over time through trial and error, through seeing what your audience likes and doesn't like and engages in and doesn't engage in, you will have fuel to add to your fire, and you will really know your audience inside and out. So, this is something that I don't want you to take lightly. I don't want you to go about this all willy nilly and just throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to figure out how to use content marketing to your advantage. I want you to have a really clear path and idea of how to do this. So, let's recap the steps here. The action that I want you to be taking as a result of this episode. As always, I want to leave you with some golden nuggets that are going to help you move the needle forward in your business. So, step one, determine your medium of choice. Decide where you are going to show up and what that looks like. Whether it be video or audio or written content, you have to know what your strong suit is right now so that you can grow into that next level as you get better. And as you become more visible, you can expand on those mediums, on those platforms that you maybe want to explore. But do not go down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out TikTok if that is not going to serve your business at the highest level that it could. This is about building relationships. It is not about vanity metrics and trying to get your business seen in all of the places. Okay, step number 2 is to map out the topics that you are going to share on. So you have to know what you're talking about. You have to have an idea and a guide of how you're going to show up. And once you know where you're going to show up, right? So you don't want to just go into, like I mentioned in the last episode, when it comes to web design, you don't want to go into the grocery store without a list of what your meals are going to be for the week. Otherwise, you walk out with a bunch of ingredients that don't do anything. Same thing goes for content marketing. If you're just throwing things out there and hoping that somebody feels inspired enough to buy from you, I can guarantee you that that's most likely not going to be the result that you get. You are going to hear crickets. You're not going to have the engagement that you really, really crave. And ultimately, people will not be converting from leads and followers to paying clients and customers. So know what your topics are and be really strong and confident in that so that you have the tools in your toolbox to show up consistently so that you can really be in front of your audience as much or as often as you want to and are able to. Because when you keep your brand front of mind, when you are presenting your business in front of the right people in the right places in the right way, you create this beautiful combination of ease and flow through an organic marketing strategy that is free. Right? So this is a really, really powerful opportunity for you. There are so many people in the online space right now. And I promise you that this is not an oversaturated market. People are looking all day long for businesses to solve their problems. I totally spent the entire day the other day looking for subscription boxes and plant shipping businesses that would send succulents to my business coach. So do not think that your business isn't needed. Do not think that there isn't space or room for you, because you and your business is unique. That is why branding is so powerful, because when you show up and you share your business and you align with the people that are really going to become obsessed with you and what it is that you do, it is such an amazing feeling as a business owner, but it's also serving at such a high capacity because you are in alignment with it. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel icky. And you find the harmony between showing up, serving, and selling. So I hope that this was a helpful episode for you today. I would love for you to screenshot this episode and tag me on Instagram, or share this episode with somebody you know who might need this lesson, that might need this reminder, because content creation is something that doesn't go away. Once you start, you really don't want to stop, and you really shouldn't stop creating content, but you want to do it in a way that is going to give you the momentum and is actually going to give you a reward for all of your time and energy spent on creating that content. So again, I don't want this to be something that you just half-ass. And the more people that I can reach with this message, the better. So please share this episode out. If you are loving the podcast so far, I would love for you to go to iTunes, leave a rating and review. I cannot tell you how much that helps, how much that encourages me to continue to show up for you and share these little drops of wisdom with you. And if you have something that you want me to cover on the podcast, send us a DM on Instagram at calandra.martin. I will be in my DMs and looking for your questions so that I can answer them for you. But I want you today to go out there, create some content, speak to your person, and learn how to do this in a way that feels good, in a way that doesn't feel forced or really exhausting for you and your business. Because in my experience, when you can find your flow in content creation, when you have a solid brand and a foundation that you are working off of, it becomes the thing that drives you. It becomes the thing that attracts your audience and really creates this harmony between showing up and serving and selling, like I said before. So I am sending you so much love, and I will talk to you on the next episode.